come check out the new playroom. When you walk into the playroom, this is the first corner. You got some realistic toys where you can play out the happenings at home. You can engage in themes of, nourishment or taking on a role that you might not actually be. You could be a mom, you could be a chef. We don't know. We love it though. So we have the play kitchen, right? Within the play kitchen, we have some mock cleaning supplies. Children, when they play out cleaning, that can give them a sense of control in their environment, a sense of renewal, starting over. When you walk into the playroom, this is the first corner. You got some realistic toys where you can play out the happenings at home. You can engage in themes of, nourishment or taking on a role that you might not actually be. You could be a mom, you could be a chef. We don't know. We love it though. So we have the play kitchen, right? Within the play kitchen, we have some mock cleaning supplies. Children, when they play out cleaning, that can give them a sense of control in their environment, a sense of renewal, starting over. And to my right, we have some more cleaning supplies. We have a baby cart, again, themes of nourishment, right? And we got a baby in the baby wagon. And then, moving along that wall, we do have the Bop It. Okay. The Bop It, ladies and gentlemen. The Bop It can be used for playing aggressively or getting out aggression in a healthy way, right? The cool thing about this Bop It is no matter how hard you hit it or kick it or throw it, it's always going to come right back up. Moving a little further down the line on the same wall, we have some more active games for those active kiddos. We have dartboard, and we have kind of this reminds me of like a cornhole game. So this can really help kids get a sense of mastery, build confidence in themselves. If they want to involve me in the play, explore themes of turn taking or being proud of themselves, proud of their accomplishments. Okay, now we're getting to my favorite part of the playroom, which is like the toys. Okay, so over here, starting at this shelf, we have some aggressive toys. You can play out aggressive themes here within reason, right? We have some weapons, we have some insects, like some creepy snakes, creepy spider, got a flashlight, some rope. Because studies have shown that, yes, we don't want our kids, some parents might have the fear of, well, I don't want them to play that aggressive because what if that translates to real life? Yeah, that's a real fear, right? We don't want our kids running around punching people and being violent. But studies have shown if kids have an alternative outlet that is appropriate to express their aggression, they're actually less likely to engage in aggressive maladaptive behaviors, like punching or hitting their peers or classmates. So it's a great outlet for that. Then we have, again, some real life toys. You can pretend to be a mama or dada with your baby. We got doctor supplies, right? Again, exploring themes of like nourishment and care. Down here we have more toys that mirror real life. We have some cell phones, a watch, a cash register. Cash register can really help kids lean in to the power and control. They're controlling the money, they're controlling what you buy. Over here, we have a pegboard. Hammer it as hard to your heart's desire. Get aggression out. Again, mastery. This is one of my favorite toys. Okay. It is the Critter Clinic, but my favorite thing about it is all the little stuffed animals are locked in their little doors, okay? And you use the matching key to open their door. This toy is so good for exploring themes of safety and security, right? Being nice and safe and cozy. And plus I have found that kids sometimes struggle with the keys, how to open it or how to match the color. So that can really help build your frustration tolerance and build a sense of mastery within a child. On the top shelf, we have some dress-up items, again, taking on different roles. And on the bottom, we have vehicles, any type of vehicle you can imagine. You want to be on a boat? We got a boat. You want to engage in a high-speed police chase? We have a high-speed police chase you can do, right? You want to Have an ambulance in your story, in your play? We got that. We don't have the door that closes, but who needs that? This is an OSHA violation. Moving on to the middle section. The middle section, we have lots of little teeny stuff that you can use to build stories, right? So on top we have 2 doll houses. The really cool thing about these doll houses is the rooms are blank. They're not prescribed. For example, I open this, it's just wood. So a kid or child can make it like any room they desire. We have miniature animals. They are paired in families. That's very purposeful. Kids can explore kind of their relationship dynamics in their families and the themes and the attachment styles that they have to their family members. Just realize this little guy has fallen over. Right back up you go. Okay? Not in here. Not today, sir. We also have miniature people of all shapes, of all sizes. Great again for, you can do a lot with this, right? Down here we just have some pretty generic Barbies. And continuing on with kind of the miniatures people and miniature animals, I do have, this is a new toy. Okay, this new toy, courtesy of Thrift Giant, which is a thrift store. People, if you are a play therapist, you don't have to be spending tons of money on your toys. Anywho, this is the new toy. Again, kids can use it however they want, right? They could put barn animals in it, they could put people, put whatever they want in it. But again, this might explore some themes of security and safety as well, with all the different latches and locks it has. And again, really good for building frustration tolerance. Have a lot of kiddos who have to make some attempts to learn how to unlock all the doors. Moving on over here, we start getting more into the creative arts and mastery play. So we have balls. You can throw balls in the playroom, right? But you could also make a basket with them. We have some musical instruments if you want to be creative. And then down here, we have lots of blocks. We have Tinker Toys. We got Magnetiles. We can use these in a lot of different ways again. And building is always a great theme for mastery. Hello! Now we're in this corner, which I like to call the art corner. This is all the art supplies you can kind of imagine. And very purposely, I do have a bin at the bottom that some might look at and say, Sydney, why is there trash, you trash panda? Well, contrary to me being a trash panda, this is great for kids to do anything with. In the playroom, it's a very permissive environment. I'm purposely going to only put limits on stuff that really is going to keep me and you safe, that will protect the integrity of a therapeutic relationship, the environment safe, right? So if you want to paint on the wall, we can't do that. I know you want to paint on the wall's not for painting for, but hey, you can paint on this cup, you can paint on this egg carton. I know you really want to destroy the toys because you're angry. Toys aren't for destroying, but you can destroy the egg carton, you could destroy the cup. So many great things you can do with that. And then I like to modify my playroom. So instead of an easel, we do have a dry erase board, little teeny mirror the kids can look at for themselves. So this is a lot of creative expression. It is not a hard, fast rule, but typically you're going to see kids move towards the creative expression play, kind of towards more the end of their play therapy journey. Oh, you caught me. Planning the sand tray. This is the sand tray, and these are the miniatures that go with the sand tray. The kids can again play with the sand however they might like. It's a great thing for world building. It's a great thing for sensory play. And heck, I have some adults that come in here that want to touch the sand, because who doesn't want to touch sand? This is almost the end of our tour. This is kind of more the adult section of the playroom. However, anything in the playroom is for the kids. The kids are welcome on the couch. They're welcome to play under the couch. They're welcome to sit on the couch, jump on the couch, stand on the couch. I do also do EMDR. So got my EMDR buzzers here. But again, the kid can use this how they like. And the great thing about play therapy is you don't have to talk if you don't want him. You don't have to play if you don't want him. If a kid so chooses just to sit here, then we're going to honor that. That's communication as well. Take a seat in my very serious therapy chair. Last but not least, well, almost last but not least, we have the basketball hoop, a classic. And then here, I'm kind of building my puppet collection, but we do have puppets for, again, acting out, imaginative play, fantasy play, anything you could think of. I love to tell people who want to throw stuff, you can't throw that, but you sure as heck can throw a puppet anywhere you want. Probably the most essential and important part of the playroom is therapeutic relationship. And it all starts in this black rolly chair. This is my play therapy chair with kiddos. I sit in the same spot every time to provide consistency. I sit off the floor because you don't have to invite me into the play if you don't want to. And I don't want to indirectly communicate to you that I have to be a part of your play or that you even have to play. This chair is where I've got to meet a lot of amazing kiddos and build a lot of amazing relationships and hope to build many more. That's the playroom. Thank you for coming along and checking out my playroom. This is a new space, so it's amazing. It's beautiful. I think this is a really good environment for kids. I know there's some stuff that isn't 100% child-centered play therapy, like some of my decor posters on the wall. But I think this is an important takeaway for parents to end with. It is said by Gary Landreth, and the cliche child-centered play therapy thing to say is that the most important thing you can bring into the playroom is yourself. Because the most important thing is the relationship you have with the child. And if you're a parent, like I am, that is the most important thing in the world. That should be protected at all costs.